Alrighty. So I parked right up here on the hill, forgot to hit track, and me and the hound dog are going to do this lower section. I'm gonna break this up into two parts. See, where I was the other day was on the other side of this. 4 miles is where I was, but I thought maybe breaking this up into two parts would work out pretty good, because this could be kind of hot when that is perfect to walk. Oh, Jip. Goofy dog. Kind of thinking with that trail, we will have pretty easy going. The thing that's going to suck is I want to follow the rim, but what I don't want to have happen is end up on an island where I have to backtrack, because you can get cliffed out pretty easy. And so it just is. But it's 17 miles total. Well, 17 and change. But I'm thinking if me and Ryan climb up Uncompadre Peak, that's 14,303 or 308, depending on who puts it in the book. And I don't care, because that's the plateau that I always hunt. Uh-oh. Okay. Huh. And so I just want to see it. I think it would be cool to look all the way back to Utah from 14,000 feet. I don't think I'll become a 14 guy, but that one I'm damn sure in for. Keep trying to get my buddy Ryan's dad to partake in the festivities. He says he'll cook for us. He's not into the whole walking part, which I'm kind of thinking that's just half the fun. This is what concerns me on this rim hike. You get out on a point like that and you don't realize how far the canyon cuts back, and so you end up having to pretty much backtrack. So that 17 miles could become 30 miles, because, well, I'll be honest with you, unless you know the right chute, you're probably not going to just drop down and come back up. All right, we're gonna smoke it over there to that next point, And I am trying to do this with my GoPro too. So I'm going to have two videos. They probably ain't going to line up. And, but I want to figure out that GoPro before I do that Uncompadre Peak. And all you have to do is go to Colorado 14ers and it will show you all the 14ers. 14er is 14,000 feet above sea level, and I don't know, like I say, there's only one that I really want to do bad. And so we'll have to get in shape for it, because I'm going to go out on a whim and say some of this up and down kind of hammers me. So if I'm going to be panting now, I'm pretty sure at 10,000 and above, I'll be wanting life support or some damn thing. Who knows? You can see the river down in the canyon. Let's see. Right down there. Man, oh man. What I wouldn't give to fish that. You know there's some pigs once you get up here where nobody else can get to. Holy crap. Alright, I'm going to smoke it down here a ways and we'll be catching up in a minute. Man, that looks like the spot to be. Kinda. Let me zoom out a little. Holy hell yeah. Ooh, that's awesome. Look at those cliff rocks down in the draw. That's what I love about it out here. It does not matter how many times you do something or what's happening. You can always, just a minute. I think I dropped a glove. Alrighty. I don't know how well some things are going to show up. If I can zoom in. Alright. See the white lines? Those are quartz lines and veins. And so what happens is, as erosion and everything, those quartz crystals, rocks, whatever, they push out and then drop off into the water. Quartz, as everybody knows, is where gold, it carries gold. It's just one thing. But you can kind of see why this is called Black Canyon. Pretty badass if you ask me. The reason that I want to do this is because I see hundreds of videos of, sorry, putting my sunglasses back on. You see hundreds of videos of the Black Canyon, but it's all contained to maybe 5 miles, and it's either the south side or the north side. Both of them are part of the national park, but nobody really comes down into the lower end, and there's ranches above the park, so it's kind of one of those things of where I really don't think accessibility would pan out very good for a guy. But the Native Americans, the Utes, they thought the canyon had evil spirits, and they treated it kind of like the Superstition Mountains. Didn't really mess with it a whole lot. That's kind of, I don't know if that's true, because when it comes down to hunting, this canyon is full of deer, elk, bighorn sheep, desert bighorns. It just, as far as a hunting situation goes, I'm not sure about that, but I ain't Ute and don't know who to ask, so that kind of puts the brakes on verification or any of that on that aspect. Man, we could have drove this, saved a hell of a lot of energy, and then my dog would have been pissed, so I don't know. It's funner to walk it. I do not like these edges for one simple reason. Jippy, get back here. You see all those rocks down there? They came from up here. So I just don't want to take that ride. All right, I'm gonna shut this off, and we're gonna try to get down here to, ooh, that is pretty awesome. Right down here, probably gonna try to get to Smith Fork. That way I can video that. I worked with a guy in the mine. His wife started cheating on him. He drove his pickup off the edge of that up by Crawford. But he had other shit going on too. And that was kind of wild. We had 7 miners die that year. Suicides and car wrecks. Not a good thing. Alrighty, we're gonna haul ass. Alrighty. So we was at the 1.5 miles and started watching that come in. I have been flying through this, so I'm all sweaty. And if that comes across and this temperature keeps dropping, we're screwed. So I made an executive decision. All we got to do is get right there. That's where my pickup is. And we're going to take my pickup down. That way we don't have 3, almost 4 miles to get to. So anyhow, yeah, that it's supposed to snow. Every time they say it's gonna snow, you could run around in a bikini. So I never pay no attention to that shit. But watching that kind of has me thinking maybe they got it right this time. But anyhow, I can drive right down this road, so that really isn't a problem. I got to the Y. I'll show you when I get down there. I got to the Y. There's a road just lower than this one. I could drop down, take it across. But this is absolutely dry enough to drive it. It's not like there's anything that's a problem on it. So anyhow, that is kind of the update on things changing up. Yeah, the way that's coming in, it's weird because it's coming up from the southeast. Oh hell, you can see it all the way back over on the plateau. So yeah, that's kind of how come I decided I would rather risk and thought I was a dumbass than to kind of hang myself out to dry in it. If I wasn't all sweaty, I wouldn't really care. But I really wasn't worrying about a hell of a lot either. So and that's for that road. And the reason why is I don't know if that black moss is showing up. Jippy, get out of there. But that black moss is about the only thing that holds that dirt from just washing. So that's why that sign is there. Anyhow, I am going to get up there, grab my pickup, and haul ass down to the Y. That way I can knock this out. I kind of wish I wouldn't have turned off Onyx, That way I could see how far I actually went. I might turn it on for the drive back down. I don't know. We'll figure that out when we get to that point. But alrighty, so there's an update. I just kind of don't want to get caught because I didn't bring coats or anything like that. It's like 42, 43 degrees, but normally I don't get all sweaty. I just want to know my elevation change. Alright, catch up to you in a few. Alrighty, so you can see it moving in, and right over that hill, that's the San Juans. Can't even see them, but you can see how this first wave kind of broken up. That might not be as broken up, but it's coming in. So anyhow, woo-wee. All right, let's go knock the rest of this out. Alrighty, so that little bald grassy spot right there, that's where I turned around, and I am going to pick up right here because where I want to go is to the power lines, and then I can put pictures in for the confluence of the North Fork and the Gunnison. But yeah, I am not seeing the power lines. Anyhow, the power lines are just boom where I walk under, where I'm always fishing. If I okay, Smith Fork, I did 1.5 miles, so I have a little over 1.5 miles to go, and so that will be that will cover the entire lower end of it. Right there's Smith Fork, and yeah, right there it is. Yeah, right below me, that's Red Cliff. If I was on the other side, there's a, on this bend right, this comes in and then it bends back over. That's called Red Cliff. And then, yeah, right there's the cliff that I was taking pictures of and videoing. So, yeah, we're doing okay. So anyway, there are some monster fish that live underneath that. The farther up this river you get, the bigger, the better the fish get. All right, I'm gonna go grab my pack, and I think what I might do is drive down to the power lines, walk up here, because then if these storms come in, it's a hell of a lot easier to walk fast downhill than it is to try to walk fast uphill. So I might do that and go down to the power lines, follow the road up, and then follow the rim. I don't know, we'll figure it out. Alrighty. So here's the power lines. And Jip, get back. Come here. I don't know. Jippy, get back. I know you're better at this shit than I am. Alright, come here. You're good. I just didn't want a major cliff. Let's see. Yeah, I ain't sure how much of this I'm going to be able to show. Anyhow, this is the grand finale. Down in the bottom, that is the fly shop. And where the North Fork comes in from up above, into the Gunnison. Let's see if I can quit making everybody puke. Anyhow, this is the lower end of it. And this is where, in the summertime, you would not want to be up here. Because even though it might be 75, 80 down by the water, it'll be 110 up here. And then with the heat refraction from the ground and everything, it's just a brutal bitch. I won't even come across that trail just to avoid that cliff. I'll take the trail that goes by the rocks if I don't wade it. I would rather just wade it, because if you're walking by it, you're missing fish. So anyhow, what I think we're gonna do, grab the backpack, and we can hike back up and then should we get into snow, we got a winter storm advisory, supposed to get 5 inches, 5 to 7, something like that. So whatever we're doing, we're gonna have to get it. I need to give her some water though. So alright, we're gonna get this figured out. And I just put moleskin on 2 blisters. I blistered each heel, and I ain't sure if I just have too thick of socks. I switched over to Darn Tough, and then in these oboes, they're just a little bit too tight, and I think it's giving me some heel slip. So anyhow, we're going to get situated, and we're going to knock this out. So I'll catch you here in a bit. Alrighty. So I kind of want to stay on the ridge line, know one thing, that wind is got a chill to it. Whew. Hell. Huh. There we go. Let's see. Gravel bar. That should be one of my favorite holes. Whew. Holy shit. It doesn't take too long before it starts to tighten up and really you get to see stuff again. But from Smith Fork up, that is where I think it is the coolest. Simply because you have the slick rock, everything. As far as scenery, as far as fishing, from the parking lot to as far as you can navigate is pretty awesome. All right, we're gonna see if we can't blow this out. Alrighty, so this is just about the 3-mile mark. Right over this hill is where we pretty much stopped. This red peak hill right there, that's where Red Cliff is. So this corner right here, I know I've walked up the river to it. I know I've walked over to Red Cliff. I think I took pictures when I walked up to Upper Pike Hole. But this is the lower, well, everything that you could see is the lower 4 miles of the Black Canyon. And like I say, it is it's, what the fuck? Oh, she had to shake. If you ask me, it is one of the coolest sights in Colorado. I think one of the, maybe Garden of the Gods, simply because all the rock formations and everything like that. That's pretty awesome. Rocky Mountain National Park. I mean, take your pick. right on the other side of the Raggeds, Crystal Mill. I did that one a couple years ago. A lot of years ago. Vaughn was still alive when I did that one. Shit. I really don't know. It's hard to compare them. Each one is its own separate beauty. But I don't know. My buddy and his wife, when they were here from Virginia, they thought the Black Canyon was more beautiful than the Grand Canyon in Arizona. So, and then again, it all comes down to what you like. I just know the farther up, the more wild and rugged it gets. And so, what the hell? Okay. I was trying to show that dome slick rock. I think that's it. Right there. But I'm maxed out on zoom on my phone. Alrighty, so there is the lower 4 miles of the Black Canyon. I think it's pretty amazing. And then, like I said, once, either if we had a really good snow, or if it would drop down to just below freezing, I would not hesitate to park my pickup where I had it this morning and then do that 17 miles. I'm pretty sure I might have to do an overnight, but I'm pretty sure that I could knock it out in one day. But how much of that would get videoed if I was just trying to foot race it? All right,